Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After. Are Georgi and Darcey still together after he spoke up about wanting more freedom? Darcey Silva and Georgi Rusev were at odds at the end of the latest 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After episode, and one has to wonder if we're witnessing the start of the next married 90-day couple splitting. As this week ended with him talking about wanting more freedom in his life, fans are speculating on where things stand between them in the present. While Season 9 of Happily Ever After is part of the 2025 TV schedule, the season was filmed at least a year ago. As such, spoilers about how couples are doing can often be found on social media, though I have some doubts about what I'm reading about Darcey and Georgi after scouring the web for an update. A simple Google search will initially point to Georgi and Darcey being divorced, but the sources tied to that information aren't the most trustworthy, so I'm not so sure we should be buying into that just yet. For instance, TLC News.net doesn't reveal any legitimate concrete information proving that the couple is no longer together. In that sense, there are no link to legal documents supporting the idea that the marriage was dissolved. Nor are there any social media posts that indicate they're no longer together. As such, I'm a bit skeptical of trusting this intel at face value, though there are other signs that possibly point to their split being real. Darcey Silva and Georgi Rusev have lived out one of the most dramatic roller coaster romances in 90-Day Fiancé history. From passionate declarations of eternal love to stormouts, ultimatums, and tearful reconciliations, their relationship has been the definition of turbulence. Viewers who followed their journey on Darcey and Stacey and 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, know that these two have broken up more times than anyone can count, only to find themselves pulled back together like magnets. But everything shifted when Georgi finally found his voice. Instead of being the silent, mysterious Bulgarian fiancé who went along with Darcey's plans, Georgi stunned fans when he spoke up, openly stating that he wanted more freedom in their relationship. He made it clear that he was tired of feeling controlled, judged, and labeled as a user. He said he needed room to be himself, room to grow, work, and pursue his own identity beyond just Darcey's fiancé. That single statement changed everything. So now fans are asking, did that moment finally crack their relationship for good, or did it help them rebuild something stronger? Are Georgi and Darcey still together today, or has the curtain finally closed on their tumultuous romance? A relationship built on intensity and pressure. From the moment they met online and shared their intense long-distance romance, Darcey envisioned wedding bells and twin flames united forever. Georgi, on the other hand, was affectionate but often distant. Someone who internalized rather than expressed. Their power struggle became the core of their conflict. Darcey wanted constant reassurance, public validation, and grand gestures. Georgi preferred privacy, independence, and a slower approach. She wanted a fiancé who would rise up and fight for her. He wanted a partner who would trust him enough not to test him. For a long time, Georgi swallowed his discomfort. But eventually, his silence turned into resentment. When he finally voiced his perspective, it was raw, honest, and shocking. "I love you," he said, "but I need freedom. I need to be my own person." Darcey didn't know how to process that. In her eyes, freedom sounded dangerously close to distance, and distance sounded like abandonment. For a woman who had been betrayed before, it was triggering. She wanted partnership, total merging. He wanted companionship, without losing himself. Did his honesty end them, or save them? Reports say that Georgi's demand for freedom caused yet another temporary breakup. Darcey, emotional and overwhelmed, allegedly walked away, claiming she needed someone fully committed. Rumors spread online that she unfollowed him on Instagram, classic Darcey move, signaling yet another ending. But then fans noticed something strange. Weeks later, Georgi started appearing in the background of Darcey's social media stories again. Silent. Subtle. Familiar. At a family event. There he was. At a restaurant. His voice in the background. At a beach day. His reflection in her sunglasses. They weren't announcing their status, but one thing was clear. Georgi never fully left. And Darcey didn't really let him go. The new dynamic. Are they still together? According to inside sources and fan sightings, yes, Georgi and Darcey are still together, but not in the same way as before. Their relationship has reportedly shifted from full-force engagement mode to a more independent companionship. They are not rushing back down the aisle, but they are still intertwined. They spend time together. They talk regularly. They travel together at times, but they don't label themselves in the same intense way they used to. Georgi allegedly told friends that he loves Darcey deeply, but he refuses to return to the old dynamic where everything revolved around her emotions, image, or timeline. He wants a balanced partnership, not an emotional battlefield. And surprisingly, Darcey seems to be trying to respect that. Will they ever get married? Here's where things get interesting. Sources close to production claim that TLC hasn't given up on them as a couple. In fact, there are talks of them possibly returning for another spin-off focusing on unconventional second chances. The network supposedly loves the tension between them. Two lovers who can't fully unite but can't walk away either. If that happens, fans may see a third proposal. But this time, only if Georgi is the one leading it. He has made it clear. He will not propose out of pressure. He won't be guilt, pushed, or tested into it. If he commits, it has to be because he chooses to, not because Darcey demands it. And for the first time, Darcey might finally understand. Final verdict. Together, but on new terms. So are Georgi and Darcey still together? Yes, but differently. They are not the all-or-nothing couple they once were. There are no daily declarations of twin flames or mandatory matching outfits. Instead, there's a quiet companionship. A soft reconciliation. We're figuring it out. Don't rush us. Perhaps this is exactly what they needed. No more ultimatums. No more staged romance. No more drama for the cameras. Just two imperfect people trying to love each other without losing themselves. Will it last? With Darcey and Georgi, nothing is guaranteed, except one truth. They may fight, they may break, they may walk away, but somehow they always find their way back. And maybe that's what real love looks like for them. Not perfect. Not peaceful. Darcey Silva persistent. Has always been a woman of big dreams, bold declarations, and even bigger emotions. From heartbreaks broadcast across global television to tearful confessions in glittery confessionals, fans have watched her chase love like it's oxygen. And then came Georgi Rusev, the tall, mysterious Bulgarian masseuse who seemed, at first glance, like her perfect match. They had chemistry. They had passion. They had potential. But potential wasn't enough. Beneath the carefully filtered Instagram photos and red carpet appearances, something wasn't right. Tension simmered. Misunderstandings grew. Darcey wanted commitment. Georgi wanted space. Darcey wanted instant unity. Georgi wanted to breathe. Then came the moment that changed everything. Georgi finally spoke up. He didn't yell. He didn't storm out. He simply said the words Darcey never expected to hear. I need more freedom. And just like that, their relationship entered a new, uncertain chapter. Now fans everywhere are asking, did that confession end their love story for good? Or was it the wake-up call they needed? Are Georgi and Darcey still together after his bold boundary setting? Let's break it down. A love built on intensity and expectations. Darcey has always loved with her whole heart. She doesn't date, she commits. The moment she's in, she's imagining wedding dresses, hyphenated surnames, and matching coffee mugs with Mrs. printed in gold cursive. Georgi, however, is wired differently. He's calm, observant, slow to speak, slower to react. At first, fans mistook his silence for indifference. But Georgi isn't cold, he's cautious. He's a man who internalizes before he expresses. So when Darcey pushed for more PDA, more transparency, more proof of love, he didn't reject her. He simply retreated. But the more he pulled back, the more she pushed forward, creating the perfect storm of emotional imbalance. She wanted him to chase her. He wanted her to trust him. Neither was wrong, but neither could meet the other halfway. The freedom conversation that shocked fans. The pivotal moment came when Georgi finally voiced what he had been holding in. He told Darcey that he felt controlled. He loved her, yes, but he didn't want to lose his identity in the process. To Darcey, love meant fusing lives together. To Georgi, love meant standing beside someone without giving up your own ground. He didn't ask to walk away. He asked to walk beside her, without being pulled. But Darcey heard something different. To her, freedom sounded like distance. and distance sounded like the beginning of the end. Their communication styles clashed, loudly and publicly. And once again, their future became complicated. So, are they still together? The answer is as messy and intriguing as the relationship itself. Yes, but not in the way fans might expect. Sources close to the couple claim that Georgi and Darcey are still connected, but they're no longer operating under the same engagement level pressure they once were. There's no wedding date. No talk of rings. No constant ultimatums. Instead, they've reportedly entered what insiders call a reset phase. They spend time together, but more casually. They travel together, but independently. They communicate, but without demanding labels. One insider even described their new dynamic as, they're together, but they're choosing peace over pressure. Has Darcey changed? Believe it or not, yes. Those close to her say Georgi's statement forced her to reflect. She realized that love isn't about possession or public proof. It's about balance. Allowing someone to exist next to you, not inside your shadow. While she hasn't lost her romantic spark, she's allegedly working on slowing down, giving both of them space to breathe without panicking. She's still hopeful, but less urgent. She still wants marriage, but not at the cost of another emotional breakdown. Will they ever get married? It's not off the table. But here's the twist. If they do, Georgi will be the one to initiate. He's made it clear, no forced proposals, no say yes because cameras are rolling, no more rushed milestones. If he puts a ring on her finger again, it will be because he chose it, freely. Darcey has accepted that. And in doing so, she might finally get the version of Georgi she's always wanted. Not the silent fiancé clinging to peace, but the confident partner ready to choose her. Not out of pressure, but conviction. Final verdict. A love still in motion. So, are Georgi and Darcey still together after he asked for more freedom? Yes, but together looks different now. They're not shouting their love from rooftops. They're not flooding Instagram with staged affection. They're doing something far more unexpected. They're growing. Individually. Slowly. Quietly. Free, but not apart. And maybe for the first time, that's exactly what they needed. Will their love survive this evolution? Time will tell. But one thing's for sure, whether they walk down the aisle or part as friends, Darcey and Georgi will never be just another failed reality TV couple. They'll be the couple who fought to redefine love, on their own terms.